Hey guys, getting ready to bag the Ram, but it ain't how you think. Check it out next. Hey guys, it's been a minute since I did a video. I've been like killed at work. They've just worked me into the ground the past few days, and I feel like I haven't had a day off since I came back from the Pigeon Forge. And that's what happens when I take off. I usually end up paying for it. So, but I'm gonna do a video here on the Ram. Probably the first one I've actually ever done on it, I think. I mentioned when I was in Pigeon Forge talking about I love this truck. I do. I like the way it drives. It tows awesome. But there is one downfall to it, and it's coil springs. And when you put a trailer or anything in the bed, they just squat right down. And when they're squatted, they're a little unstable. I mean, the truck's never really given me any problems. But I would just like to be able to have it set right. And, you know, I've had people say, oh, you need a different spring and all this stuff. I've hauled the same loads with leaf spring trucks that are rated at less towing capacity even. And it doesn't do that. It's just a downfall of coil springs. They ride great, but even back in the late 60s, early 70s, when the Chevrolets had those coil springs, if you put a lot of weight on them, they squatted right down the back, and there was nothing you could do about them. So I've got helper bags, and I'm going to put helper bags in these coils. So that way when we're loaded down, we can just put a little air in it, bounce it back out. So I'm going to get at that right now. I wanted to get that done before I went and got the Bronco. That way I could just air it up and tow the Bronco back, because the Bronco will be the heaviest thing I've actually ever towed with this truck, because it weighs about 500 pounds more than the car or the truck that I've towed. So we'll get at that right now. I don't have any instructions, but I've seen other people do this and watched other people do this, so I think I can do it without instructions. So we'll get at it. All right, the key to putting these guys in that I've seen, and this is the way I've seen everybody do them, is you let all the air out of them you can. Just smash them flat, and they roll them up like they look like a hot dog bun after you do that. And I'm not sure I can do this with my hands. So anyway, you smash these guys flat. Get all the air out of them you can. And you roll them up like a hot dog bun. God, this ain't easy. All right, it's something like this. I don't know if I've got it flat enough yet, but basically you just want it to collapse enough to fit in between the springs. The coil's in the back. And then once you get it in, you just cut this off. These zip ties off. I'm just trimming them down so I don't get caught on any of them. Hopefully I've got it small enough to get in there. It's a pretty hard task. Took a lot of, just was a headache really. I mean, that's how everything says to do them. So we'll get under the truck, slide this one in. Alright. Spring is right here. And man's supposed to be able to just slide these between the springs. Bet you I have to lift the truck up though. Yeah. Okay, so I had to put that under the hitch. Just raise it up, take the spring, spread the springs apart. So maybe we can do this now. Yeah, I believe it go now. Oh yeah, it's gonna go. Try to knock the camera over. No, that's it. Now the thing about these bags are, you won't hardly tear them. Unless you cut them with a box cutter, you're not going to tear them. That zip tie right there is it. If I can get that zip tie in there. There we go. Well, we almost got it. I think it'll go. Keep pushing. Whew. Ain't easy. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever done, but it sure ain't easy. Hoping I don't take this inner fender out. Probably. I don't think I'm gonna have to. A lot of guys do, but there it goes. And it's in. Now all I gotta do is cut the zip ties. Yep. Let's get the side cutters, we'll cut it. Run a line to it. Alright. Got the world's rustiest side cutters, but I guess they'll work. If I can get in here. Come on, cut it. Oh, this one's supposed to cut hot butter. There's one down. What do I got on it? 3. Okay. not sure if you can see what I'm doing here. Just cutting these zip ties off right here. Maybe set that camera like that right there. Like I said, these side cutters I got are junk, but I didn't want to dig the good ones out. I don't know where they're in the box in the bed of the truck, and I didn't want to climb up there. So, you know, make it harder on myself as usual. Now I'm having to do a lot of this by feel. Let me get out from under here. Okay. Alright, so having to do a lot of this by feel, but I'll explain to you how this works. So this is your hose, and you just have this little clamp. This is a protector boot that goes on the top to keep it from damaging. All it does is sits on top where this little, like so, and then this goes down on it, like so. And that's all there is to these. Then you just run the lines out the back, drill a hole in the bumper, put a little valve on the bumper, and you're done. There's a T that goes in them. You can do them separate for each bag. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to tell them that way they raise equal. Some people like them to raise individual. Not me. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this up to here. Well, I'm going to throw it to the floor, actually, for some odd reason. But back at it. We'll slide this up a little bit. So I've got room to move it. Otherwise, there's no way I can get it on this burr. I don't know how hard these are to get on this burr. Not too bad. Okay. Anyhow, so we put this on. Probably not going to be able to see me do this. I mean, I think you can figure it out though. Yeah, I got completely nasty. And I had to take the inner fender out to get this side out. So, a little tip, hook your hose up before you slide the thing in there. Slide your hose down and have it hooked up. I'll show you on the next one. But right now, I'm going to put a T right here, and then I'm going to mount the fitting right there. First thing I'm going to do is cut this hose, put this T in. See if I can set you up. So I want my T right there. There's plenty of holes. Alright, so there we go. So that'll go right there and the T will shoot out. Right there. Okay. Actually, this probably can be even a little shorter because, yeah, that'd be alright, I'd say. I think it'll be alright. Let's put the T together first. Anyway. Slide. Hang on to them. Okay, so this little vacuum looking T go in right there. There, that side's done. Okay, let's see what we got for the other. So this guy, same process as for. Roll it up like a hot dog. The only difference is I'm gonna have this line slid through and this little hockey puck over top of it before I ever slide it up in the spring. That way I can just push this up in the spring and have it all together instead of having to fight lift it like I did for an hour over here. So I'll get this one rolled up, we'll get it in. Okay, so hooking the line to it before you slide it in, just running the line through the spring, then hooking it in, then sliding the bag in is a much better way to do this. If you're doing this on your truck, do that first. Because this side I had to take the inner fender out to get the fitting on. That side, Went twice as fast and twice as easy. I've got it teed up right there. So the next goal is to put one of these guys in the truck. And where I'm gonna mount it, I need these bits. Zip ties. Actually, how I run it, I really didn't have to zip tie anything. Kind of crazy, just, you know, the thing. I'm gonna put it right through that plastic right there. That way I can just air it up. Well, I guess you don't want to watch me. But anyway, so that way I can just air it up right there and be done with it. So I gotta find a bit that size, drill me a little hole right through there, tighten this up, put this on it, and I'm done. Oh yeah, I gotta put the inner fender back in. Yeah, we'll just put it about right there. Looks good there. It's just plastic, so, you know, it's no big deal. I mean, it is a big deal. You're drilling a hole in your truck, but. Alright. So we put the metal washer like so. Now, I'm not sure really how I was going to do this, because guess what? I don't know if they forgot to send them, or they just say, forget about it, you figure it out yourself. But there was no instructions with this. So I'm just kind of winging it. Okay. I'll tighten it up a minute. More of them little spring clips. I'm not a fan of these little clips that they sent. They could have sent something better. But, you know, it's not like this was an expensive setup. That's got it. So, put this inner fender in. Got a cap that goes on this little thing. I don't even where I laid it. Let's put this one on it. They're one the same. There we go. Move this junk out of the way. And that's got it. We'll put the inner fender back in right quick. And we'll put a little air in it, see what it does. Alright, it's back together. Everything's back there. So I'm gonna kick the compressor. I don't really gotta kick it on, I've just gotta air in it right now. Find a car valve here for need some tape on it, but it'll work for now. Go kick this valve on. See what happens. There. Now we got 5 pounds in it. I can feel it raise the truck just a little bit. So we should be good to go. Don't take but a second to put 20 pounds in it. That was 20 pounds in 2 seconds. So it's done. So now we're good to go get the Bronco with the trailer. That way I can air it up and drive it back. I don't really have to go far with it. I wasn't that scared to do it, the Bronco, but I needed to get a video out. Wanted to do it. Should have actually one more on the car here. We got to fix the little bugs that popped up when we went to Pigeon Forge. I mentioned the oil pressure gauge on it. It's actually working now. I think it's just those cheap gauges. I'm not going to worry about it as long as it's working. I know the car's got oil pressure. So the two things I do got to do, I've got to reseal the transmission pan and fill it back up, which is not a very big task. And I've either got to run another brake line from the master cylinder down where I put that joint under the door, or from the distribution box, or I've got to replace the master cylinder. I've got a master cylinder for it. I'm going to check that line. If it's bad, I'm going to go ahead and replace it either way. But if it's not bad, then we know it's the master cylinder. We'll go ahead and bench bleed it and put it in. Other than that, we should be good to go. Going to Cruising with the Cruisers. So be there, check it out, come say hi. I will be there. If I have to drive the truck again, I'll be there. But I'm pretty sure the car is gonna be fine to go. Got merch gonna have there, t-shirts, hats, stickers. If you want one, come up to me. Got them priced pretty good. Pretty nice shirts, pretty nice hats, obviously. So till then, sorry it took me an extra week and a half to get a video out, but you know, it's just been a long week. I'll tell you, I'm wore out right now. I can barely move. So, but until then, thanks for watching. I appreciate it all. I'm up to 166 subscribers. Thanks to you all. I'd like to see it keep growing, obviously. I want to see it get up there where we actually get monetized. And that way I can bring you this stuff all the time, not just in my spare time. So, but thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. I really love you guys for it. Just keep, keep checking us out. I'll keep going as hard as I can. And keep, telling everybody you see to, subscribe. It really helps. I need to get to that 1,000 mark, and then keep everybody watching. Share it, show everybody. It's really appreciated. You don't know how much it means to me. But until next time, get rigged.